up at 5:59 in the morning in a car going on missions on a Saturday morning. So anyways, my best friend met a dude last year in August for her birthday. He was a security guard at the club that we went dancing at, right? So she wanted to go to this Spanish club, we would go dancing, this, that, and the other. Like, okay, cool. So we go dancing at this club. She meet the security guard. He not it. Like, he just really not it. Like, from the jump. And anyway, skip forward to it's April. And she's like, okay, he invited me out to go out on a date tonight for the first time. I'm like, oh, okay, fucking for real. Like, that's cool as shit. She's like, yeah, we're gonna go. I'm like, what you doing today? Like, what are we doing? It's Saturday. It's nice out. It's the fucking springtime, summertime, everything popping off, all of that. So, like, what are we doing today? She's like, oh, my son is going with my parents, with his grandparents at 2 o'clock, and then old boy is gonna come pick me up at 4, and he's where our date starts at 4. So I'm like, okay, cool, your date starts at 4, so like we can do something at like 9 or 10. Like, we can go to Chili's, we could go to BJ's, you know, some real hometown shit, some real Applebee's type shit. Like, a bitch is not trying to do fucking a club. Like, I'll go get the 2 for $2, whatever it is. I get me some little boneless wings and a little appetizer or something. Bitch, why are we at an after hours club? I don't do after hours. So anyways, this man texted her like, oh no, I'm not gonna pick you up at 4, I'm gonna pick you up at 8 o'clock. And she's like, okay, you're gonna pick me up at 8, what's the plan for tonight? He goes, well, we're gonna go to a bar and then we'll go eat and then we'll go to more bars after. So it's like, okay, so you're really trying to get her drunk, because then who's driving? Like, she can't drive. She got hella fucking motherfucking DUI. So it's like, we know she can't drive. And you just got your breathalyzer removed from your car this morning, so I know you can't drive. So how you going to bars, dinner, bars, like, when both y'all are some DUI, Dewey having motherfuckers? Like, what are we even talking about? So it's like, I already knew that wasn't in the fucking works. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in bed. I do my makeup. I chill. I just been in the bed all night eating tortilla chips, watching Atomic. What's that show on Netflix? Atomic something. Just go on Netflix, type in Atomic, and you'll probably find the fucking show I was watching. I made it to like season 5, fucking around with them. And then it was like, oh, texting me like, can you please come, cause he tripping, blah blah blah. We're gonna go to Blonde Bar, or no, what's it called, Beauty Bar. We're gonna go to Beauty Bar. We were at Blondie Room. I'm like, okay, I'll come to Beauty Bar because I know where the fuck that is. She's like, okay, we're finding parking right now. I'm like, girl, I'm getting in the car and coming. So of course I drive her car, because I don't own a car. Like, I haven't owned a car in like probably like 5-6 years. Like, I just don't be driving. Like, I don't need to drive like that. So I'm like, okay, let me drive your car. Like, that's cool and all. So I'm sober as fuck, drive her car, go down there. The shit is fucking shenanigans. This dude is fucking crazy. I had to pull my gun on him, cock my shit, fucking load it up, be ready to pull the trigger. Like, why are you doing any of that? Like, why are you being crazy to 2 girls? He didn't want to go home. He didn't want to let her go. I then told him at 1 in the morning he wasn't fucking. I told you wasn't getting no cutty tonight. You are not. Whether you think I'm the authority source or not, I don't care what you think. You're not getting cutty tonight. She told me earlier today she didn't want to unless these parameters. And that's the thing. My homegirl said she was down to do the deed. It was not even like not even one of those like, oh, I just want him to take me on a date and this. She said, I don't want to go to his house because his house is 2 hours away and I have to pick my son up at 9 in the morning. So I don't want to do that. And I don't want him to be at my house. Like, that's not comfortable for me and that's not my preferred place to be at. So, like, we could get a room. That's totally fine with me if we get a room. Like, I'm there. Like, I appreciate that and I'll fucking go and do that. So, it's like, you been heard, like, the options, the parameters, the things that you needed to do. And it's like, you ain't even trying to go get a fucking room. And so it's like, okay, go get a room. So when I got there and y'all heard, I'm telling him, either you go get a room or we go somewhere in public. Like, that's your two options. We go to the after hours kick it, or we go to a hotel room or something and kick it. Like, it's not really no option of you just going to her house. And he kept pushing it. And he kept pushing it, kept pushing it, kept pushing it. And guess what? It's motherfucking 6:04 in the morning and he not at her house for sure. I know for sure I'm about to pull up to this bitch and he not gonna be in there. This gonna be the only car in the driveway. So it's like, why even do any of that to just have your night not end up the way that you thought it was gonna end up, when I already been told you it wasn't gonna end up the way that you thought it was gonna end up? Like, why do any of that? Like, at 1 in the morning you could have called this quits. Now she at 5 in the morning talking about, I'm tired, I'm screaming and yelling at him, talking about, I'm about to beat you up, taking off my shoes, he's calling me disrespectful, I'm having some random dude I don't know fucking protect me, the police are fucking looking at us, all type of shit, just all type of fucking trailer park, just the gutter. Like, why are we doing any of this? And my dog is at home about to look at me so shamed, like, bitch, where have you been, type shit. Like, where the fuck, what in the fuck, what is all of this? Like, nobody knows, nobody wants to know. Why was this my night? Why am I captain get to the, I always say, I might not show up for birthdays and Christmases. I might miss a couple gifts or a couple cards or something, or the meaningful moments, but when my girls need saving, I'm there for all of the shenanigans. You don't even have to ask. I'll come anywhere at any time to save you from anybody you don't want to be around. And that's just how I get down as a friend. Like, you don't want to be with him for what? I don't care. You want an Uber? You want me to come get you? Because you got several options here. We got Uber, we got Lyft, we got me in a car. Like, skirt. We could have it. We could make it all happen. Like, what is happening? What's your preference? So I don't know why tonight went like this. My night should have been over around like 1 in the morning when I pulled up talking about, okay, well, she not going home with you. So, cause you're throwing up, you threw up 5 times. You can't throw up 5 times in front of me and then think I'm gonna let you drive my friend home. Like, you're drunk. That's called drunk driving. Like, we're not doing that DUI, sir. No sense having, sir. Anyways, I love y'all. Y'all deal with me in the most.